Hi, Virgo. Some sage and some rose petals to cleanse the space. Three chimes to bring in positive energy. This is a general reading for the sign of Virgo. If you have Virgo anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. It is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. You know what is for you and what is not for you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Virgo. Virgo, if this is your first time tuning in, a little bit about the layout of this reading. When we are looking at the top row, that first row, we are looking at your public life, your professional life, and the energy that is surrounding you in work, business, career, school, education, your public image. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Virgo. And Virgo, when we are looking at this second row, we are looking at your private life, your personal life, your home life. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Virgo. And this third row here, Virgo, is final thoughts, final messages, final takeaway. What is it that you would like, Spirit, what is it that Spirit would like you to take away from this reading? Thank you, Spirit. One more card for the sign of Virgo. I love that star card there for you. You are the star of your own life. You are the great humanitarian. And the foundation, the basis of your reading this week, Virgo, is the Seven of Swords. Thinking, planning, creative thinking, thinking outside of the box, being ready, being prepared. And that is forced by the King of Wands. Being guarded, being overly protective with our feelings, our thoughts, and our emotions. And let's see how those cards play into the rest of your reading this week, Virgo. We start off with the Five of Wands. Practicing, preparing, getting ready. A lot of action, a lot of movement. The change, partnerships, working relationships, working with others, helping others. Stress, worry, concern. I like that we have that 10 of Cups, which is the happily ever after, the happy ending. You're feeling rushed. We're feeling rushed. And when we feel rough, when we are feeling rushed, or when we have an abundance of energies, things can get overlooked, or they'll be left incomplete. And this week, this situation, in this project, in this that we're working on, the details are going to directly reflect on you. And because they're directly reflecting on you, or they will directly reflect on you, that is causing stress. That is causing stress. That is causing worry. For a positive result, we need to slow down. We need to harness our energy. We need to do things that will not, or we need to do things that will not leave us feeling rushed. Slow down, take your time, and double check the details. Many times, if we are feeling an abundance of energy, if we're feeling rushed, we can practice a 5-minute meditation or even a 5-minute breathing technique to only focus on our meditation, to only focus on our breathing, to help us find our calm, to help us find our center. And when we find our calm, when we find our center, we're not feeling as rushed. And we also harness any pent-up energy that we may have, so we can focus that on being productive, and we can slow down and take our time and do things as they need to be done, and also check the details, double check the details. And when I see this 10 of Cups here for you, Virgo, you more than likely are worrying about nothing. And when we worry, we create our own problems. When we begin to stress out, we create our own problems. And so source, the universe, God has presented you with this 10 of Cups to know that things are going to work out as they are meant to be. This is a happy ending for this stressful situation. Then we start with the Strength card, demonstrating our strength, showing our strength. The Hermit card, the teacher within, our guiding light. The 7 of Cups, overabundance, dealing with our shadow selves. The Sun, the happiest, the warmest card in the deck. Look at you go. But there's a working and a planning and a creating here. Working with someone on planning a trip or some sort of travel arrangements, making travel plans. Expenses and cost are a real concern. And cost and expenses need to be considered before taking actions or committing to these plans. There's difficulty in keeping our eye on the bottom line and keeping our plans realistic. And by watching the bottom lines and keeping our plans realistic, we will be able to take this trip. So maybe as you're planning this, as you're seeing this, as this trip, as these arrangements begin to take shape, it's going to take some creative planning and keeping your eye on the bottom line. But if we're very realistic and we keep our eye on the bottom line, we will be able to take this trip, Virgo. But it may take sacrifice from somewhere else. A planned sacrifice, a planned trade-off. And then we have the Chariot card, which is a victory, a win. The Queen of Cups, creative, imaginative, the Fool, a fresh new beginning. The star, we are the star of our own lives. Look at, you have some wonderful cards here and final thoughts, final messages. Victory, abundance, imagination, new beginnings, fresh starts. We're the star of our own life. Our creative imagination can and will work for us or against us. Our imagination is fed by our emotions, feelings, and energy. Suppressed energy turns into anger, frustration, and can also turn into violence. We can use our energy. We can use when we can use our energy, our emotions, and even our imagination in creating art, creating music, creating dance. Even gardening is a form of creation. Metalworking is a form of creation. But when we can put our energy into creating, then we are not tempted, or then that pent up energy works for us and not against us. At this time, Scorpio, there is an abundance of energy, an abundance of emotion that needs a creative outlet. A creative outlet. If we do not use this energy, these emotions, in a creative way, they will work against us. And that is the message that I have for the sign of Virgo. Thank you, Virgo. You have a blessed week.